Hi, everybody. We're not in the locker room, but we celebrate light and hope, and I bring the one and only Alan Locher to me from the USA. Hello, my friend.
Cheers. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you,
Thanks for
man.
having me.
Of course, man. Yeah, wow. I follow you a long time, man, since you start the locker room. Before we talk, how are you and how's the life right now for you?
Life is good. It's summer here. It's Pride weekend in New York City. So it's really good. When did you start watching the Locker Room? How did you first find out about it in Germany?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I must really think about it. I mean, 6 months after you start. And I mean, it was a guiding light in the view. I mean, I see a suggestion on YouTube for a
Right.
video, and then I click there, and I would say, wow, this is wow. And you have almost many interviews almost when you start in 6 months. So I really was amazed. And you're of course a great guy. And from my understanding, you work on on many shows, and many of the actors and actresses, your friends, right? And and the other thing was when I watching you, and then live. Oh, yeah, it'll always be live. And then you know, I say, wow. You are not only a great interviewer. I mean, you really love that. You really feel the soaps, the genre, the persons behind that, the cameras, and you have other things too. Authors, Alina Adams, of course. Oh, I believe Alina. I hope you watched my interview with her. She, she was
She's a
so good.
hoot. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's great.
Oh, absolute. And then I say to me, yeah, wow. And one was first, well, is it fair to say you started in the COVID time, and I think it helped many people around the world. What do you say?
I I know that for a fact because people have told it to me over and over that I helped them get through a very dark time in the world.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it was really, here in Germany, all the so crazy madness. And for me, I'm not thinking on that time anymore. For me, it's just like a bad memory that fade away. Does anything. And that is my way to you know, we have normal again, and we live our lives again, and that's the important thing. And I don't know. I mean, in the US was really crazy too. Denise told me it was really crazy. Tina told me too. And how was it
Yeah.
for you? How was it for you?
Oh yeah, crazy, crazy. Never left the house for a while.
Yeah. I know
Yeah,
what you mean now. Yeah.
it was crazy. Yeah,
Yeah. No.
absolutely. And you know, the I'm sure the show helped me, distracted me. You
Hmm.
know, it helped me focus on something else rather than people in the world dying around us, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that was
So
crazy too.
I'm
Yeah.
grateful, for it as well.
Yeah. And how was it for you and your husband at the time? I mean, you lived together, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And how was it for
Yeah.
you to help each other, to hold each other? How was it for you?
It was perfect. I mean, we had been 5 years at the time in our house. If we were still living in New York City, it would have been a lot harder. We
Mm,
were very lucky to be in our house in New Jersey, and I could look out at the yard, and we had
mm,
space that we didn't have to be on top of each other because that made for those people in smaller apartments in New York, that made it much more difficult. Also to work for those who had to work in the same space.
mm, yeah. And I started in a COVID time too. And now 5 years later, you number 13 as my guest. So it grows, it grows, it grows. And the best thing on this is, the reaction. I mean, I can I tell you when I invited Denise for a work email, and first she sent me an autograph in COVID time, fair enough to say. And she was really grateful, and she said, "Oh, Germany! I never knew whether you are to Germany. I mean, Italia. I know." And then we make the interview, and yeah, I'm still in contact with Denise, Tina, and
I think I
Toby.
was in
You know,
France
yeah.
um, in 1998. Yeah, I was
Mhm.
in Paris and was able to watch the German.
Oh, you knew the German version, right? Really? Oh, that's cool.
Well, I didn't. I knew Guiding Light, and I was working for Guiding Light at the time, so I knew that we aired in German. But just in my hotel room, I found it on the television.
Mm. Yeah, wow. What I want to say to you, I'm still in contact with this three, and they appreciate me on our own way. And Denise is a blessing. Tina is just like a really good mother for me. Joby is my stepmother, and and when we speak to each other, I really embrace that, and I'm really honored, and I've getting like actors in my life. So it's amazing, really. And Tina, wow. I mean, she's so
She's a class act.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely, my friend. And Toby, that was a really great experience. Toby, she is really a filmmaker at heart, and I wrote with her children from time to time, and I watch movies from there. I hope you watch some too. Uh, I mean, they're rock, really.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's a family affair for them.
absolutely. And every movie that I watch, or Hellbender, Mother of Filth, whatever, it's very good. And Lulu have a great scene in Hellbender. See you tomorrow, Hellbender. Wow, and that is just to be grateful, and then of course, I started this what watching you, but we talk you first. Um, you work on the shows. You want to watch. What is what you job there? I mean, Guiding Light, as a war turns, and
I was responsible for public relations for both shows.
oh wow, that's cool.
So,
Wow,
trying to get the word out, getting people to tune in, getting people to watch.
wow.
That was what we were responsible for.
Wow. 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 What a huge honor work you do, right?
Well, it was for the fact that I grew up watching those two shows. So, yeah.
Wow. Wow. And how was it for you? I mean, he was very close to the actors and actress. How was it for you in the time you met Beverly? And I so said I have never a chance to meet Beverly, for example.
Well, and that was not when I was working there. I was a
Oh,
fan.
yeah, okay, okay,
Yeah. I was a
okay.
fan first, and I used to go to their studio, stand
Mhm.
outside the door, had my camera, you
Oh,
know, just
oh.
wanted to meet the actors. But I also wanted to learn about the entertainment business, which many people were willing to talk to me about.
Mhm.
And I think that um, I don't know, I think it just helped my relationship um, with each actor deepen.
Mhm.
So when I eventually went to work there, they all knew me, they remembered me.
That's so cool, by the way.
Yeah. So I was very lucky.
And I really appreciated that all the photos from the past you post. I really loved it. It's just for me like a trip in a back in the day. And the photo with Beverly when you might get outside, wow, she was great. I'm sure she was really so. Tina said to me, we was really naughty on set, Ollie. We was so naughty, but we had so much fun. You know, um, wow, it is a really, there's a time history what you have in your, collection. So many photos from the time, and wow,
I
wow.
always loved photography, so
Aha, see, you created memories
and
best.
that was, yeah, I created memories, and then working on the show, I was responsible for the photography.
Mhm.
So cast photos, on-set photos,
Mhm.
all of that we were responsible for.
Even the autograph headshot.
Not the autograph headshot because that's up to each actor. So
Hmm.
I mean, some of the actors or some of the headshots that you might have might be photos that we took,
Hmm.
but they would go and spend the money if they were sending them out to fans. But every actor picked whatever headshot they or photo they wanted to use for autographs.
Hmm. Yeah. And I really printed the photo that you make from Beverly outside. I printed for my collection. I wanted to hold in my hand. It was just such a beautiful photo. She was on the door, and you have the sun. Great photo. I really, admire you that you have the chance to meet her. I'm sure she was terrific. You know.
They all really were. I don't have a memory of anyone not being, some were more talkative than others, some were more friendly than others,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, you know, standing outside the studio, they're ready to go home.
Yeah, yeah,
They don't
yeah.
really want to stand, they just worked possibly 8 hours, and here I am, with my camera and questions, but they were all gracious, and I was very lucky.
Absolutely. I'm sure you're lucky,
And
really
I was
lucky.
very lucky that the newspaper in New York City
Hmm.
printed where the studio was. Otherwise,
Yeah.
this journey for me may never have happened.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
may never have met anyone. I may never have worked there,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
but during when Beth was blinded,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
a local New York newspaper covered
Hmm.
the storyline and wrote where the studio was, and I caught it.
Wow. 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 What an honor, my friend. Really honor for all of this was you have experienced back then, I mean, that's a really, really great honor that you had, to you have the chance to be there and see all of this. I might imagine, and for me, I can tell you, Guiding Light was a real place for me. My eyes. The set was so real. I never saw a set or decoration. Every piece of set was for me really took off from real life. Even when they make a park set, this feels like real to me, and That's the thing that the show really felt to me really real. And all of them, they were my brothers and my sisters, and that's true.
When a show is in your living room 5 days a week, it's very easy to feel that way. Did somebody introduce you to Guiding Light, or did you find it on your own?
Oh, the water was my own. That's a really good question. I can answer that. So I left it by my foster mother, and she say, "Yeah, you can watch television, son, but you must pick what you learn from." So then was first for Star Trek, Kirk era, the original Kirk, please, not the new bad era today. And the second one was it sports, sports, and it's free. And then say you're free. You need free things. Okay, okay. And then I watch. Oh, that is cool. There's a really great guy who's in a hospital. What is that, Mom? You know, it's a Springfield story. Oh, the Springfield story. Yeah, okay, I will watch it. I will see that. So, yeah, that was my, and that I was immediately I was in this world. I was part of Springfield. Oh,
Hmm.
oh, no, so there's, okay, I'll pick that up later. Something is fall down. Okay, sorry. I was immediately, Alan, back in that world. I feel me so comfortable, um, hugging, laugh, seeing. They all see me, and I see them. And I've for too many roles a special relationship, like Ross, like a big brother that told me, "Oh, go the right way, Ollie, not the bad way." Liz, my big sister, at Blake, she she was a rock. She was really genius. Robert of Kim, of course, they was really my, I would say, yeah, brothers and sisters, but they feel like family to me. I really love all the scene that they had together. It was a blessing to see all that, all the famous episode, the favorite storylines that we all love. You know, Riva, no, for example. Oh, yeah, man, it was really amazing. And of course, Mama Bauer was my mother. She was my mother. And my imagined Alan was that feeling that she gave Mama Bauer to me was, I'm a little boy. I go to her door and knock, knock. So I'm with cold, and she bring me in her home, give me some milk and cookies, and she protect me, take care about me, and yeah, I really was so sad that she left us so soon, and I had never the chance to meet her, because we was
Have you
eight.
met anybody?
In my podcast, yeah, but in person, not.
No.
But Tina said to me she will someday someone again to travel to Germany, and then she say to me, then come by, Ollie. We could drink a coffee or something. Maybe she do it. I don't know if she do it now, but she say that. So when she came to Germany, I hope I can see her. And you know, um, give her a warm hug, and just yeah, just to thank you. I can, I can really say many things to all of them, but I think thank you is the best way to honor all that what they gave me. And I call Tina's role Lily, by the way, not Lillian. Lillian was from All Better. And
So you said you were raised by a foster mom.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you think being raised by a foster mom um, made you feel more connected to people in Springfield?
I would say so. Yeah. 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 Because I had never a real family. So
Yeah.
then,
Yeah. Well,
you know,
I think for many people, whether you were raised or not by a foster family, spending 5 days a week with your television family is sometimes more than a real mom and dad spend with their kids. So you definitely, you know, make that deep connection. It is unlike any other medium. Friends, we felt connected to the friends, but they were once a week. It's just different.
mm,
5 days,
that's different.
and also Friends was 22 episodes a year.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
talking 260, around 260 episodes a year of being with your family, which is almost an entire year, just 100 days less, so it
That's
makes a
crazy.
lot of sense why soap fans feel that deep connection.
Yeah, and I mean, you feel all of this immediately. You feel their emotions. They're hurting, angry, hate, war, love, all the things. You feel that
Yep.
immediately, and then you say to yourself, wow, that's amazing. The guy's so far away and you feel all of this. Is it the same by you, Alan, that you feel all of this?
Absolutely. I mean, I can't count the amount of times I cried watching Guiding Light.
Ah, me too, man. Me too. Yeah. Yeah.
Serious. So absolutely. I mean, I mean, it's for me, I mean, it is at least, I would say, let's think about this.
Mhm.
It is since I went to the studio for the first time, it's 41 years, but I was watching before that. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, yeah.
Oh, and you say the right thing, crying, and tears. Yeah. When
Oh, yeah.
Mama Bauer in the hospital, and that scene, I cry all the time. So heartbreaking.
I mean, let's talk about HB dying.
Oh yeah, Robert told me in the interview this was really painful for him because he really learned from him so much, and it was really really hard when HB was, you know, it was hard, and when I talked to him, I watch him when he spoke about it, and I see, oh, that goes deep, got really deep,
Yeah. I mean, when Riva went off the bridge or when she jumped off the both,
Oh God, yeah.
drove and jumped.
Uh,
Um, you know,
I've always heart beating when the episode ended after the that episode, and a new episode came and Robert was on in the water. Oh God.
and how about Maureen dying?
Oh God, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. That was really that was really hard for Tina to have such a tragedy history in her role, but she made it really good. She
She
made it
did.
really good, and she matched that really good. And that was for me really amazing that she has such a tragic history in her own character, and she played really good. And Claire, I love Claire, but Claire was for me, like what you want on the show, who you are, what you are. She was only the funny person. So, but before you talk, but for me, no sense, no sense. Michelle came on the world, she born Michelle, and then she left Michelle with the powers that make no sense. She fight for Michelle so much, and then she left. I think the writers have no idea what they do with Claire, so they sent them
I
off.
think sometimes it's the writing, somebody's contract, all of those things. Uh, do you have a connection to any other show like you have to this one?
Yeah, but Guiding Light stay always the number one in my life. So, but I like Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, you know, um, Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, you know, yeah, and as the world turns, too, we have only 150 episodes from what was the first one? 150 episodes. Can you imagine? It's,
Wow.
it's not huge. It's not huge, but I really like that. And for me, I see Nola again in that episode. So,
Yes, you did.
and do
You
you
have.
remember on the tribute that I wrote for Lisa?
I don't remember exactly what you wrote,
But
but
you mentioned it in your tribute for Lisa Brown.
oh, okay. Yeah,
That was for
I
me.
gotcha. So as the world turns, you said 100.
150
They had roughly
over for
four, 13 to 14,000.
yeah, yeah, it was crazy but cool. I mean, I see Lisa again, Nola, I really love Nola, and I remember what John saying in your show. Beautiful tribute, the person that wrote. As you read a little to John in your show, And then he said, "Yeah,
John, I'm going to just quickly, I read this just a minute ago, but I'm going to just read an excerpt. It's from a fan in Germany. From episode to episode, Lisa grew on my heart. Lisa played Nola with so much passion, kindness, and she put her soul and heart into Nola. She was not a bad person or villain. She was a soul looking for her destiny. Nola and Kelly were the perfect couple."
Beautiful tribute that person wrote, and you can tell it's written in hindsight.
And so we touch it, and
Lisa was a talent. I mean, it's a tragic loss, so young.
yeah, I mean, it's for many of them, Jerry. That was I not understand it, and not understand it yet, and it's it was in the COVID time, nearly first ended, and then he passed away. And he was many times on your show, and then I read all the news. Was no, please, that can't be happen, And for this is, I felt very sorry more for me as for this, what I say to her, I'm really sorry that you lost Jerry. And here's the thing, Alan. Jerry had never the chance to say to goodbye Ross. He had never the chance to say goodbye to his own character. And he fired them, and I not understand the producer in P&G in that time. He was a heart of the show, and you're not gonna replace him. It's not possible. But Jerry is Ross in the same way, and you know what I mean, and
I get it. Try working there when these things are happening. It's very difficult.
Yeah, Liz told me when she found out, and he was on the floor, and I go, what? Yeah, I go, sorry. That's all what he can say. And I have no idea. I have no idea how he felt in that time. I have no idea. Really, no, I cannot imagine myself. Really. I mean, he was over 30 years in this role, and then he's off on the show, and
But he got very lucky, and people
yeah.
fell in love with him as Clint. So
Yeah, that was, please, that's weird, right? He is on a famous show and he goes to another famous show. Yeah.
well, I mean, many of them. I mean,
mm,
Hilary Bailey Smith was a fantastic Margot, and then became beloved as Nora.
mm,
We loved Cassie DePaiva on Guiding Light as Chelsea,
absolutely.
and
Yeah.
then she, people fell in love with her as Blair.
Mm.
I mean, look at Laura Wright. She was
Oh,
Cassie,
yeah.
and now is Carly, and my God, what she has, done with that role.
Our friend Signe, for example. Signe was not only on the Guiding Light, she was Hope and Young and Restless. And that
Yeah.
for a amount of time. And
Cynthia Watros.
yeah. And
I mean, many
yeah.
actors, have been very, Ellen Dolan, original Maureen.
Yeah. And what I not understand, why they replace Beverly? I mean, when Beverly was off the show as Alexandra, they not recast it. It was a mistake. I not like the recast from Alexandra Spalding. I not like it.
I liked Marge a lot. Marge was a great.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but you know what I mean. She was a unique one in that role, and that was the thing.
But she was an important role too.
That is true. And of the other side, on the first side, she was so deep, Alexandra, and then she was on a second time that really hurt Alexandra, and that she can really convince him. She really played it so real.
Yeah.
She was a powerful person, Alan.
But oh God, yes.
But when Beverly played the hurt one, and I say, wow, that's breathtaking. That's breathtaking, my friend.
Yeah,
That was really
really,
breathtaking. Yeah,
she was amazing. I mean,
exactly. Yeah, and
she could do anything.
yeah, that I'm sure he knew the leaving history about her, and she said to Tina, "Oh, I'll go off the show. Goodbye." Tina said, "What? Yeah, it's my last day. Goodbye."
It's
Yeah,
what she did to everybody. Everybody, bye.
yeah. And no one knew that. No one knew that, And Robert tell me the same. Hey, what? You off the show? And no one knew that. And I really respect her for that. She can make this. I think Beverly was really
She,
good to terms and conditions for
she
money.
was ready.
Yeah,
She had to have been ready.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think there was much they could have done for her to keep her at that point.
You mean the storyline?
Story or money. I mean, it
Mm,
sounds like she was ready. She'd
mm.
worked a long time.
Yeah. I understand what you mean.
It
Yeah,
it
yeah.
it, it was just unfortunate that, Guiding Light was the one hurt by that decision, but it was her decision to make.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm happy for Beverly. She had after that family time. For my understanding, she was after guiding like in the family, and she peaceful
Yep.
died
Yep,
in.
she was in California, I believe, and
Mm,
with her family. Yeah.
yeah, and that is good. And that thing, yeah, that she make the mic. It's the right move to and admire her for that. She said to the producer, "Oh, goodbye,
Well, to walk away from that
goodbye."
money
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
big deal,
yeah. Of course, yeah.
let alone the role. The role was great, but I'm sure she was making good money.
Oh, definitely. I mean, many of them,
Yeah.
but they not like divas or something. All of them, they're like normal people, even then when they have so much amount of money. And I feel all of them very natural. All that person that was by me on guest that have the same feeling. Humans with really grounded behavior. All of them was
Oh, yeah, yeah.
all of them
100%.
was human and not
100%.
and not like diva. Oh, I have so much money, I can do what I want. No, no, and that's amazed me. Really, and
Yeah.
that is what do you could think in a locker room. You do that for so long time ago, and that is really amazing. Every week, every month, you make live streams, and you know you knew many of them. I mean, it's been a very easy for get them to go on your show, but
Well, I knew the people I worked with, but I've had hundreds that I have never met or known before.
okay. Okay. Wow. But you many of them that you knew.
I I mean, the Guiding Light in World Turns people, yes.
Yeah, because when I watch you with Robert, for example, or with Kim, they really like you. Or
Well,
Sydney, Sydney
I
like
was
you.
a fan. I've known Kim since I was 16 years old.
My gosh, wow.
I mean, I've known,
Wow.
I'll be 60 in October, so that's a long time.
Wow. Wow. That's an honor, my friend. Really.
Yeah.
That's really an honor. Wow. Wow.
Going to rehearsal for Driving Miss Daisy again.
Oh wow. Yeah, the love theater. Yeah. I remember when she was off from Guiding Light, she was many in theaters. Yeah, hey, yeah.
Well, she just did Driving Miss Daisy in April, and she's going back to Michigan and do it in August.
Wow. Wow. That's really, really, really amazing. That she can do that, after the long run that she had in Guiding Light. And she
She
was this,
loves the stage.
yeah.
She
And she,
started on the stage. That's where she started.
And when you remember, she was on her last year in Santa Barbara, by the way. And Santa Barbara is very, very famous here by us too, by the way.
Santa Barbara is famous in a lot of places. They have a
And
big audience.
oh yeah, really. And I remember they had a 40 years celebration a few years ago.
Yeah. Uh, two summers ago, I think. Not last year, the year before.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the fans asked the Dobson about not streaming. And from my understanding, Jeremy was trying to bring Santa Barbara to streaming.
Oh, wow. Fans would love that. They
Me
would love
too.
that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, to see in a good quality, and many of
Not
you.
on YouTube, you mean?
No. So see, to in good quality on Netflix, for example. But I can recommend you an interview with Abel Martinez and Jeremy Dobson and Michael Fairman. They made a free.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
A
remember
couple
that
months
one?
ago.
Yeah. I love that one, and I admire Jeremy for when he said, Bridget, we not win this. Oh, Shani, we win this. So if they win, they have the money, and then came back to the show. And I cannot imagine how they feel when NBC, fire them from the studios, from your own baby on their own show. I cannot imagine myself how they feel at that time. And you remember the Dobsons' really hard work. And when you remember when the Dobsons working on Guiding Light, they were really successful. They created Denise, for example, the character for Denise, for example.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what they created. I don't remember who was writing back then. I paid attention to that when Pam came along, not before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pam, really. And Jill.
I mean, that's when I was really hooked. I would watch it before Pam got there, but I wasn't invested, I think, to the degree that when she came along, when Philip and Beth and Mindy and Rick and Reva and Josh and the Lewises and all of that started to, I paid much closer attention to what was happening in Springfield. But I was also in school, so I didn't, before the VCR, once the VCR came, I never missed it. But before the VCR, I'd catch it, I'd probably catch the last 30 minutes because it was on at 3 o'clock here. So got out of school, got home by 3:30, watched it from 3:30 to 4.
Wow.
I remember being in front of the TV when President Reagan was shot.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It interrupted, I believe, Lucille Wexler's trial.
Oh, she was so good, really. She really played really good, Wow.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
It was, and you bring the first Amanda on your show, and I really thank you for that, because you say, I watch from Germany, and then hello and thank you, she said to me. Thank you for that.
We have a fan, Ollie, watching from Germany, and he wants you to know that Guiding Light started in Germany with Amanda. Like
Wow.
Some of the countries where it airs pick a certain
Italy,
point.
Italy, Germany,
Right.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, hello and thank you.
And I love of course she's the original one, but Toby make a really second grade Amanda. No doubt.
I mean, let's be honest, casting matters.
Yeah.
A good casting director can, there's a couple things I think that go into recasting. A good casting director, a good actor who comes in, and that the show has a story planned for that new actor that makes us fall for that character. Because if the writing isn't there when they bring in a replacement, it's going to fail.
Yeah. And really, it's interesting what Toby said when she went on audition, and she had a broken glass on that scene, and everyone loved it. what a good what was so blessed that she shared it with me. And for example, Liz, when she came on board, she told me how was it for you. I really loved that, and I think that was a great move with Liz to Blake Mahler. I
Oh
mean,
God, yes.
and it was wow. I say to Liz all the time, you felt that so much. You are Blake in your bones, and wow, wow, wow. And you see in the background like there's a wolf from her wedding. Yeah, and you remember Jerry say some words in the funeral and then end of the 90s in some episode. You speak on a funeral. So I don't know who's died in that episode, but the words he say, it's like
Could have
today
been.
not.
It could
Yeah.
have been Burt Bauer.
Oh, nee, I mean not the tribute. I mean in the episode as Ross,
Mm,
and he says some words, and then when I watch it and I say, "Oh, Jerry, the words means now for you too." So it was like,
mm,
what do you mean?
yeah, yeah.
The words that he said, and then he say to Blake, Blake is something else. No, you say perfect.
Mm.
So when I watch that scene today, and I say, "Wow, there's words for you now, my friend," and yeah, and you bring home Bauer on the light. You bring many of from the early days back on the light, and how hard was it for you to bring them on your show? I mean, it's not easy, right?
Uh, no, I mean, especially it was probably easier during the pandemic because everybody was home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it made it much simpler.
Mm,
Now I think it's much more about scheduling. There wasn't we no, nobody had schedules.
mm,
You
yeah,
were home keeping yourself safe.
yeah,
That was the important part, right? So
that's true. Yeah, that was
yeah.
everything. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, and Tuesday, Michael O'Leary, Grant,
Hmm.
and Robert Newman and Grant's wife Sherry are joining me for Guiding Light 74th TV anniversary.
I will tune in, my friend. I will tune in, of course,
I
just
gotta when we're done speaking, I'm going to finish prepping for that show.
that's and but the way on but I love it by you really. I mean the questions that you ask the people. I really admire that for you. I mean you find the
Thank you.
right yeah, I mean you find the right tone, you find the right question, the great topic. But by the way, I really love that.
I'm interested.
Yeah, of course, yeah,
And
of course.
I think that's the important thing for any host, whoever you are. You have to be interested in your guest and what they have to say.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And for
Yeah.
me, it's easier because I connected to many of them. So
Yeah,
that make it really easier for me,
of course. But
And
yeah, right.
yeah, it is, and when I look back and when I start this, to stay in contact with three of them, that means the world to me.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
They're great people. Denise,
Tina,
Toby,
Toby.
and Tina. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're great ladies. Classy
yeah.
ladies. All three. All three. And talented.
Absolutely. And Tina,
And talented.
Tina is her aging tips videos of she
I love
created
it.
she created really unique something with this,
Yeah.
and I really admire her that she wherever
Oh,
she
I
look
do too. I love, yeah. I'm sure
well
she's helping many people.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. And and however she look or good or bad, whatever she's on a camera on her phone and she record whatever she look and admire for it's unfiltered, it just
It's Tina. Tina
yeah,
being Tina.
yeah, absolutely, you know,
Tina
and
being Tina. Absolutely.
absolutely, yeah. And we not speak every day. I mean, so like every month or every 2 months, but it's okay.
Hello, ladies.
Hi, Kim, Tina.
Hello.
Hey.
Tina.
Mwah. Nice to see you.
Michael.
So nice to see you both. Thank you for doing this.
Of course. Anything,
Well,
Alan.
Ollie, I appreciate your support of the locker room. So thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. Anytime. I admire you. You have so many guests, so many interviews. You make, ever a live stream, and you really deserved it. I mean, because of you, I started all of this.
Well, I appreciate that. Good.
And
Keep it up.
I will do it, of course. Because
They inspire you to do it.
that too, and for me was like we have not that like that in Germany, so I'm the first person with just a podcast like that, so it's really cool, and for me it's really easier, of course, especially for the show, for them, and sympathy, and I've with everyone a story, and and I can tell you, Liz say to me before we speak, before we record the interview, and Ollie, I really love and like your letter to me when you contact me. I had never the fan or another fan that wrote me like what you wrote, and it was so humbling. And I say, wow. So it is for me a proof, Alan, and make it right. So
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
yeah, and let us talk about the ending from Guiding Light.
Okay.
Because I wanted to speak with you, because for me, I tell you my imagine what was my end scene in my head all of the years when they someday ended us. So with a big bang, with earthquake or something, destroy Springfield and all of them. And then they came with that ending, with the background sound from Michelle Branch with Together and Robert and Kim, the end. And I can tell you that was all just this, just the car at the end. Guys, you must kidding me. And in the meantime, I love this ending, but back then I say, no, it was. And Alina tell me, by the way, the ratings was so good in the last months of Guiding Light, And how was it for you when the show ended? How was it for you, man?
Very difficult. And it was very difficult because I had a vacation planned during the week that they did the final tapings. And to not be there was really, really hard. I wrote everybody a very long letter.
Oh, wow.
Because I really felt it was a vacation I had planned with friends and my husband, and it was tough, but I had to share what I was feeling in a note to everybody.
Wow. This is really a heartful thing and human thing, my friend. Really, this is.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, it had been a part of my life for 13 years working there, and so many years before as a fan. So it's very tough, very tough.
Well, we lost our family.
I mean, when I got the phone call that the show was canceled, I knew before most people, before the cast, I was notified, and that was tough. I was about to sign a lease on an apartment in New York City.
Of course, of course. To not say everybody, yeah.
So yeah, it was very, very, very tough. But I wouldn't have wanted an earthquake at the end of Guiding Light. I think Reva and Josh definitely, I think as I loved Kim and Robert, I loved Reva and Josh. I think they were a lot of the heart of the show for people.
Yeah, they was the heart of the show when Mama Bauer was left. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
when it was no longer the Bowers as the central family, the Lewises really, had a lot, and I loved all of the Lewises. There wasn't a Lewis I didn't like.
What I can tell you is, Chris Benoit, our first Alan Spaulding, I really love Ron because, I saw in Ron the older version from Alan. For me, was as familiar. When he came on the show and took the role, I say, oh, yeah, that's the same Alan that I know. But this is the older one. And Ron made it really good. He made it
Ron
really
was
good.
great. Ron was great. God, he was really, again, casting and good story.
Yeah. And when you remember he was on Goshen.
Oh yeah, totally.
And he see
Well,
Reva.
and the other thing, at the end, reuniting the Four Musketeers together. I mean, there was a lot of great things, bringing back that heart of Guiding Light.
Yeah, Jay Hammer came back too, by the way,
Yeah,
for the ending.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, who I adored, I loved Jay. I knew Jay from being a fan, and Jay was let go shortly after I arrived working there. That was very hard,
Yeah.
very hard. But yeah,
There was
yeah,
many of them, and we have many at Bowers,
yeah.
many
We do.
ads, and all of them was good. I love all of them.
Correct. They were all good.
They were all
Yeah.
picked really good,
Yeah.
I mean, it was, they was like the same, but in their own way, and
Everybody brought something of their own. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what an
yeah,
actor does. They bring
yeah.
something of their own. You're not kidding. Um,
It was
yeah,
great Ed, and Mike Bauer, it just, he was really good. And
Don Stewart. Yeah.
yeah, Don Stewart, it was so on a point and on the line, and Amaya Bird, really, that after she lose her leg, she's still in the show. I mean, what a huge human work is this? And she loved that show. It was obviously.
Of course she did. Of course she did. Yeah.
And when you remember, she tell Josh, "Come on, you want someday you can walk again." It was a heartbreaking scene, and
It really was. It really was.
and I think the episode when she was official on the show go away, and that episode was really good. That whole memorial scene in the house of the Bowers,
Hmm.
and they talking a bit in the beginning about the peanut butter sandwich, and a bird not like it, but that was a great thing. That memorial, I have all this in my head and in my memory, and in the end, Jerry. He came with a great speech at the end. And,
Yes, he did for Bert. He did. Yeah. It's amazing your memory. Much better than mine. Much better than mine.
oh, you have, for fair enough, you have memories that not I have. So,
True.
and
True. True.
that's,
Absolutely.
and, as many of we can remember. Denise, for example, Katie Parker was great.
She had great memories. She had great memories. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, Ollie, keep up the great work you're doing, really.
I try, my friend, really. I try every month, every year since I started to have a guest on the show, and I can tell you, it is hard, and it's really hard. Not by all of them, but it's not so easy.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure being, you're much further away, so the time difference, all of that factors into it. But
Yeah.
but
But
I really appreciate you watching, so thank you.
and I hope you watch my show too from time to time when you have
I
time.
have. I thought Alina was great.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love Alina, so
And she
you know.
surprised me, with the book. I never knew that I am the book. She really surprised me. I didn't even know that. Tina said to me, "I need that photo for you for the locker room." And
Yeah.
they say, "Oh, wait, you in the book? That's Ollie. That's the connection. You are the book." And Tina never told me about it. She tell me she needed for your show for was the breast cancer celebration
Yes.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she took that photo what I sent her from the German episode when Tina her at the hand.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. Yeah.
yeah,
She sent that to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then she said to Alina that she never told me. I was really surprised she hold the book and wait here, Ollie, that's a connection, that's you. Oh, that was a surprise for me, really. And Alina, I can tell you, she's really great.
She's
She
just incredibly smart and talented. She really and talk about a memory. She knows everything.
that is really she,
She knows everything.
yeah, and she have a beautiful family. I really like her
No,
daughter,
she really does. She really does.
and
She, she
just good.
does.
Absolutely. Mm.
Well, thanks again for having me.
And I would be honored someday to be in your show someday. It would be so cool. When you have topic or something, or contact me, I will come to your show. Of
I will
course.
do that. You stay well and have a great weekend.
And you too, my friend, and God bless you and your husband. I wish you many healthy and peace, love, and hope. And
Same
hope,
to
yeah, same to me. And
yeah.
hopefully, thousands of years of the locker room, my friend.
Oh, God willing. Thanks, Ollie.
See you, man.